Welcome to 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with Clark Kellogg. We're here with the 2K Sports Season Preview Show. Here are the top 5 teams in the nation as we head into the season. The Duke Blue Devils come in as the #1 ranked team, followed by USC, Louisville, Tennessee, and Connecticut. Clark, what's your take of the teams that make up the top 5?
Sometimes the top players in the nation and the best teams in the nation aren't necessarily together at the top of the poll. But going into this season, we have some of the absolute best players playing on the marquee teams. That's really exciting to me, Greg.
The Duke Blue Devils are projected as the favorites here in the early going. These are the defending national champions, and they're getting a lot of respect going into this season.
Usually, last year's champs get the benefit of the doubt in the first poll of the next season. So we'll find out soon enough if their position in the top 5 is based on reputation or is warranted.
USC is in the #2 spot. Certainly, they'll get a big boost from the return of their leading scorer from a year ago.
That's a big advantage for them. They don't have to spend the first few weeks of the season searching for that go-to guy. They know who he is, and they'll use him.
Louisville comes in as #3. They're a tough team, but they're going to have a very hard time surviving that vicious conference they're in.
It's virtually impossible to go through a conference schedule unscathed. They'll probably take their lumps, but it might pay off come tournament time, as tough conferences tend to produce tough teams.
Tennessee starts the year as the 4th-ranked team. They bring back 4 starters, and that should pay huge dividends for them this year.
I can't tell you what an advantage that is for them. There's so much turnover in the college game these days that having 4 starters coming back is almost unfair, Greg.
Connecticut is the #5 team. They lost a big piece of their team with the departure of last season's leading rebounder.
It's going to have to be a group effort on the boards for a little while until some of the younger big men get the confidence to hold their own game in and game out.
Here's the next group of teams in our preseason top 25. What do you think of this group, Clark?
With such a long season ahead of us, it's almost impossible to put a finger on just who the contenders and pretenders are from this set of teams. But that doesn't mean we won't try.
The Memphis Tigers, the #15 team, have stirred up a lot of talk in the offseason. They're going to have to find someone to fill the void left by their departed leading scorer, Clark.
The important thing for them is not to thrust someone into that role just for the sake of it. It will be a much smoother transition if the players are allowed to ease into their new spots.
The Cincinnati Bearcats, the #11 team, have also generated a lot of interest. They had a pretty solid record last year, finishing with 20 wins.
That 20-win plateau is one of those benchmarks in college hoops that immediately classifies you as an elite team. So they're going to have a tough act to follow. But if they simply play to their potential, they can reach that mark again.
Okay, Clark, let's take a look at the teams that close out the preseason top 25 poll. What do you think of this collection?
I'm not convinced that all of these teams belong in the top 25. I don't want to pick out anyone in particular, but I think some teams that aren't on the list could make a pretty strong case as to why they belong here.
The Arizona State Sun Devils, the #21 team, probably deserve a closer look. They had a nice finish to the year, but it ended with a disappointing loss in the regional final.
They were so close to the Final Four they could taste it. And the memory of that Elite 8 loss should be all the motivation they need this year to work just that little bit harder. We'll see if they can get over the hump this time.
The Iowa State Cyclones, the #24 team, are also worth keeping an eye on. One bit of good news for them, they have last season's leading rebounder coming back for another year.
With that low post presence already established, they'll have a little bit of swagger heading into the season. I look for them to be sharp right from the start.
As usual, we have a lot of new coaching hires to tell you about as we start the season. Here are the coaches who made a change this offseason. Some very interesting moves on the list, to say the least. The South Carolina coach is one of the hires that drew a lot of media attention. The South Carolina Gamecocks have a lot of fans that are delighted to have a coach of his ability, Clark.
He's yet to find his way to that final weekend, but he still has an impressive resume. His new school is certainly hoping he can add a Final Four run to his list of accomplishments.
The St. John's coach also made a move to a new school, and that's generated some excitement on that campus. The Red Storm of St. John's are a team looking to rebuild under their new leader.
This is a big break for him. He's paid his dues with a lot of stops along the coaching highway, and now it's time for a new beginning. We wish him all the success in the world, Greg. He definitely deserves a fair shot.
We now head to the part of the show where we break down the top players in the nation and show you our preseason All-American list. What you see before you is the cream of the crop in college hoops. What a list. The Memphis Tigers are pinning their hopes squarely on this young man's shoulders, Clark.
Blue is the first player on the list for good reason.
He should have no problems leading his team in rebounding again this season. He's a broad-shouldered kid who can take up space and inhale anything that comes off that rim.
As for our next first-teamer, Connecticut is more than willing to go into battle with him, Clark.
Sessoms is simply a spectacular player. Feels like this guy's been playing college basketball forever. This will be his 4th year as a starter. But I still don't take him for granted, and I think this will be his best season of all of them.
Next up is a player that's drawing comparisons to some of the all-time college greats. The Tennessee Volunteers are fortunate to have him in their corner.
Sochu is one of my favorite players in the country. He finished last season as a second-team All-American, but I think he deserves a spot on the first team to start this year. If he was one of the 10 best players then, he's definitely one of the 5 best players now.
Let's move on to a player who's worked very hard to earn his spot on the list. The Duke Blue Devils can depend on a solid effort from him each and every night.
Gorel is going to play a huge role in his team's success.
Players will learn to shy away from going up against him one-on-one. He has excellent timing, which allowed him to block a bunch of shots last year.
He averaged more than 2 a game. Just from an intimidation standpoint, he is a game changer. I think he'll force opposing offenses to completely overhaul their game plans.
And finally, we have another superb player to round out the first team. The UCLA Bruins will probably get used to seeing him make the impossible look ordinary.
Durovich is going to have his own personal highlight reel by the end of this season. He's back for another go after leading his team in scoring a year ago. If he improves his offense even a little bit, he'll be one of the deadliest scorers in the country.
As we move to the second team All-Americans, we can see there's no shortage of talent with this group. They're all elite players with the potential to dominate the game. The Maryland Terrapins have built their team around this young man's talent, and I'd say that's a pretty good idea.
Kreitz was close to a spot on the first team, but there was too much competition this season. There's plenty to like about him as a player. He's got that deadly combination of smarts and physical skills that makes him so difficult to defend. A coach's mentality in the body of a world-class athlete. Any questions as to why he's on the list?
The next player on the team is a sensational player in his own right. Duke is in for a treat if he can pull it all together and have a great year.
Tran is in the spotlight for all the right reasons. If I had to pick some front-runners for the Player of the Year award, he would be right there on the list. I've seen him take over games even when he isn't scoring 30. There are some great scorers among these All-Americans, and he's one of them, but he does much more than score.
We can expect to see some amazing performances out of him all year long. The Duke Blue Devils are looking for a lot of production from him, and they probably won't be disappointed.
Guasco is an extremely powerful weapon for his team. He can make things happen on the basketball court thanks to his unique ability to read and understand defenses, while most players are just trying to come up with their next move. He's 3 steps ahead of the game, and that's what separates the good players from the great.
Our next All-American may have designs on the first team by the end of the season. USC has one of the most reliable go-to guys in the country in him.
Doobie is one of the great talents in the college game today.
He was a tremendous rebounder last season.
He came away with an average of 5 rebounds a game. I expect him to hit the glass with even more passion this year. He is a rugged competitor.
Here is the final player to cap off our list of All-Americans. The Connecticut Huskies know who their fan favorite is going to be this year.
Vianney is ready to have a breakout season. He's a 7'3" senior center. This is a big man who produces big time, and he does it on a consistent basis. Unless an opposing team can counter with a big bruiser of their own to keep a body on him, he's going to run amok.
All right, Clark, thanks very much. Glad you could join us for the 2K Sports Season Preview. We hope you enjoy all the college hoops action ahead. So long, everyone.
Man, oh man, that immersion. What happened? Hope everybody's doing well on this Saturday evening. I'm Original Biggie One. This is Reapers Basketball. Taking a break from Reapers Football until we can catch up in year 7, heading to year 8. Hope everybody's doing well. Shout out to all the original ones. Make sure, if you enjoyed the content, hit that subscribe, hit that like. And moving forward with Reapers Basketball as well. And my new playthrough series, The Sleeping Dogs. I got the first part done, getting the shorts done. And we are off tomorrow. So heading into year number 3 of Reapers Basketball. And again, it's been forever since I've been in College Hoops 2K8. We can go through everything yet again. But the Reapers coming off a 15-17 season in year 2. We got majority of starters back as we take a look at the schedule. Oh boy. Opening against LSU, that's fantastic. Then we have Louisiana Tech, Tulane, NJIT twice, Lamar, the Jags, Stanford. And I mean, looking at the date, November 9, 2009, that takes me way back. Yeah, shows how old I am. And then we got Oakland. I got to get a soundbite for that, especially Dave Chappelle soundbite. UMKC. And then we got Oral Roberts, along with North Dakota State. And then we got all different types of states: North Dakota, South Dakota. Then we have South Utah. Again, I think we're in the Summit League and not the Independence, just for the fact that we have more conferences in the NCAA dealing with college basketball as a whole. Got West Illinois. Got Oakland again. Got UMKC again. Or Roberts again. Just dealing with conference play. And then heading into the March Madness. But yeah, a lot of March Madness stuff happening all over the NCAA as a whole. Especially dealing with what happened to pass, actually like 4 or 5 buzzer beaters in the last 4 or 5 days. I know that Air Force won with a buzzer beater over New Mexico, which is fine. I mean, seeing as that I'm New Mexico State, we will probably lose in the Sweet 16 as always. That's fantastic. And then LSU, that's not even ranked, won against Kentucky. And Kentucky is ranked 17th, I believe. So fun stuff. See, that's the season schedule. Dealing with the tournament tree. I think that's from last year. Between Kansas and Loyola. South Alabama and Texas Southern. I think Kansas and South Alabama. See, this is the College Hoops Classic. And again, having different divisions and tournaments dealing with college basketball as a whole, just good stuff. And again, we don't see anything like this anymore. Season tip-off, regular tip-off, the palm tree shootout. See, the Paradise Jam, the Hawaiian Invitational, the Alaska Shootout, the Orange County Shoot. Man, this is great. Just going back and reminisce on what we used to have. Fantastic. We were going to the coach's office in a moment. Same thing with recruiting. Dealing around the NCAA. Again, dealing with the standings. So we are in the Summit League. Do we have an independent? Let me see. Big 12, Big West, Colonial, the conference. So we do have independents. I think we swapped out Death Valley Tech for NJIT. I mean, unless we get a invitation. See, the Ivy League, the Metro Atlantic, the Mid-American, Mid-Eastern, Missouri Valley, Mountain West. So yeah, going all in depth, dealing with all the standings in the NCAA. Dealing with the polls, so we have Duke at number 1, USC at 2, Louisville at 3. We have Tennessee at 4, Connecticut at 5, Kentucky at 6, Maryland at 7, Texas at 8, Michigan State at 9, California at 10, Cincinnati at 11, Mississippi State at 12, Arizona at 13, UCLA at 14, Memphis at 15, Syracuse at 16, Florida is at 17. And their season has already started. Majority of teams have already started for the year. Wisconsin at 18. Georgetown at 19. Georgetown is 2-0. Same thing with Alabama at 20. We have Arizona State at 21. We have North Carolina at 22. We have Kansas at 23. And again, they're 3-0. Iowa State, and I admire Iowa State's old logo. Seeing as that I used to live in Iowa for 6 years, so good stuff. Dealing with the Blizzards, which is awesome. We have Washington rounding at the top 25. As we head into the options gameplay, again at simulation, MOP the hardest difficulty, so that's what I put it on. Again, dealing with the difficulty walk-on, starter, conference, All-American, and MOP. Dealing with the half link, we will probably move up to maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure because it's been so long since I played in college hoops, so we will probably do some testing, see where everything is at, and then we can go from there. We will probably leave simulator half length at 20 and leave everything the same, dealing with the player lock. I don't know, dealing with the player lock, we may take it off just because of having a little bit more control, but we will see. Team Unity, 6-man. I do love the 6-man. Clutch factor, leave that on. Pass icon on. We will leave rules the same. Maybe move the fouls to like 6 or 5 depending on the situation, but 10 fouls total. Coach settings. I don't know. It's been so long, probably since 2020, I believe, or 2021 since I last popped in college hoops. Sliders that will remain the same. Both user and CPU. I mean, unless y'all let me know in the comment section below about different sliders that I could dig into. I'm pretty sure that Sim Football Gamer doesn't have sliders for Reapers football or just sliders for NCAA in general. By the way, shout out to my man Sim Football Gamer.
Let's go, give it to you.
Fantastic stuff. And then ticker, controller setup. And we will probably remain the controller setup on default. Just so I need to get so much better and need to work with different. And just practice a lot all the time. But if anything, it's a good setup later on if I'm going to do NBA 2K11 and doing the Jordan Challenge. And then hop on over to 2K23 and do it all over again. So, hitting on defense again, to steal, player swap, and then take the charge. Okay. All right, so dealing with the coach. Got my man, Mr. Greaves. Greg Reeves. And yeah, he's not good. He's not good at all. Again, starting off 5-25, 13-14 last year. And then we will see in year number 3, but that improvement from 5 wins to 13 wins, that's a huge step on and a huge improvement. Hopefully we could get more recruits. Hopefully we can actually get into the March Madness tournament. And then we got Torrey Gilbert. And he's an upgrade from Reeves. Let's see overall. And then Zachary Ship. If anything, still work on the defense as a whole, but again, another C overall. Recruiting, we could probably keep it on assisted for now. until I become so familiar with the scouting system as a whole. Recruiting priority defense, I agree with that 100%. I mean, have you seen the offense in Reapers football? It's terrible. Holy shit. Recruiting priority athleticism, that's also pretty good. Let's see, none, size, shooting, skills, defense, athleticism, rebounding, intelligence, potential. So, I mean, all good attributes dealing with scouting as a whole. But again, we'll keep them with defense, and then we'll keep it with athleticism as a whole. Dealing with the offensive playbook. So we have all plays, box, motion, full out, flex, the UCLA high post, Princeton, stack. I don't know. I think it's just in today's league, nothing but threes. Have you seen Curry? And by the way, that All-Star game was kind of doo-doo, to be honest. I mean, it's really a lot of things had changed in the past 20. Hell, a lot has changed in the past 3 years, give or take. So dealing with the offensive playbook, we will probably stick with a motion for now. Defense man-to-man, 2-3, 2-1-2, 3-2, 1-2-2, 1-3-1, 1-1-3, box in 1, triangle in 2, a 2-3 matchup, a 1-3-1 matchup. So we will probably stick with man for right now. And then the secondary defense will be I don't know. The 2-3 is not bad, although we do need more centers to protect the paint. So everything is fine for right now. See, pressure defense 2-1-2, that's fine. See, like me, I would rather go all in and do the full court trap dealing with the imbalanced press, but again, we will see moving forward. Keep everything at regular. As we take a look at the roster, we have on board Donovan Cross-White, Slade Phillips, Clark Trescott, Corey Bryan, Danny Smalls, Abe Wolf. We got Felton Cannon, J.D. Bates, Daryl Clemens, Victor Durvic, DeMarcus Gaines. We got Todd Works. Got Verderin. Veteran. Let's go with Veteran. Veteran Wallace. Okay. We got Leston Mullins. Got Tariq Stapley. Got Luther Carney. And that's it. All right, so again, heading into the class for, there we go, dealing with the different filters. So dealing with the senior classes. So this is Trescott's last year. A redshirt from Danny Smalls. And then we also have Corey Bryan as a senior. But that's really it. This is still a pretty young team dealing with the Reapers. And especially dealing that it is year 3. Dealing with the freshmen. So we got J.D. Bates. Got Veteran Wallace. And then we got Dale Clemens. And then we always have Marcus Gaines. And the redshirt from Texas and Luther Carney. But also dealing with the height. So let's look at the tallest people. I mean, dealing with the shortest people, we have Trescott, Bates, and Gaines. And then Cross-White at 6'4". Dealing with the people who are 7 feet tall. So we have Wolf, Durvic, and then we have Carney at 6'9". And we have a few 6'9" people in both Ferdinand Wallace, Slade Phillips, and Daryl Clemens. Again, easy for me to say. Again, Felton Cannon is the 3-point, dealing with the abilities and looking at the different abilities. I think Wolf and Clemens will probably be setting up for that 2-3. Maybe. Again, we will see. But the people who don't have abilities, that would be Carney, Wallace, Works, Dervick, and Mullins. Again, dealing with the lineup, so it will be Crosswhite, Truscott, Cannon, Clemens, and then Phillips, rounding out the top 5. And then 6-man will be J.D. Bates. And then Corey Bryan, Danny Smalls, Abe Wolf, Marcus Gaines, and then Durovic, Mullins, and Works. And so we will see, dealing with recruiting this year. Again, we got the rotations going. See, so depth chart, we have the minutes. So Crosswhite will get majority of minutes. And then Phillips will be 2. Bates will be 3. Brian, man, I'm looking at the overalls right now, and I'm saying to myself, why is this team not winning? That's what I want to know. So we got Danny Smalls. Then we have everybody else for reserve, so there we go. Zone substitution, so dealing with the 2-3 zone, so again, point guard and shooting guard. I wonder, so okay, dealing with the 2-1-2. So if we're using the 2-3, the center would be in the back, which that's where we need him, but I don't know. So the 2-1-2. This is the 3-2. Dealing with the 3-2. I don't think we're ready yet for a 3-2 zone just yet. Or a 1-2-2. I wouldn't mind the 1-3-1. 1-3-1 doesn't look too bad, but again, I don't think we're just ready yet. See, 1-1-3. Box in one zone. The 2-2-1 zone. Dealing with the four-court trap. That would probably be my go-to. But again, I don't think we're that ready just yet. But again, working in a 1-3-1, I think that's pretty good moving forward. See, no injuries. Again, dealing with pep talks. No pep talks to give. All right, so. See, we still have the bonus drill, so we could probably hit that before and then do some, probably play the game against LSU. Let's see, training. But yeah, I really do need to get back into this. And And I can't wait to get more into March and dealing with March Madness as a whole. Player progression. Let's try this again. Player progression. Alright, so if anything, Cross White will be the go-to on the 3-point. I'm trying to see who's good on the mid. I know Trust Guide is. Cannon is not too bad as well. See, Clemens is out. Slade Phillips is getting there at a 77. And then Bates is just good for speed, so. But other than that, he has a lot of improvement to work on. Not bad with Kobe Bryant. Let's see, Danny Smith. Yeah, everybody's nearing 80 dealing with the mid. So again, we will just probably work on that as well. Yeah, Abe Whoop is good dealing with the inside. So although his 3-point is a 55, so I don't know what's up with that. Again, Marcus Gaines at a 81 dealing with the foul. Jurvic. Not too bad on the short. I need to look at the, let's see, deal with the short. Yeah, so if anything, we will probably attack maybe the mid-range in the short. But there is no reason to head into this season miss the March Madness and miss the postseason when we have a pretty good overall and edging out at 13 and 14 last season. So again, we will head into practice a little bit later. Let's also take a look at Shrine real quick. And again, that brings back so many memories dealing with college basketball as a whole. I believe NCAA did a fantastic job dealing with 08 and 09. If anything, at least 08 on the 360, because that was a fantastic setup. Remember the Fallen. Again, good stuff, so. Oh yeah, have a lot to fulfill. So let's head back to Legacy Home. Let's take a look at recruiting real quick. Let's take a look at recruits real quick. So and seeing as that we are in year 3 in a new season. So let me see. So Gale, Shabern, Draper, and then Graham, Dad Holmes. If anything, let's look at initiative or the intent of going. So let's take a look at Lester President. Alrighty then, well, there you go. Let's take a look at. Alright, do we want to recruit at home? Or scout the recruit game? I don't know. Let's do the recruit game, so. than dealing with scouting as a whole. So I think Ship has the better recruiting. But again, dealing with Reeves, we need to win games. All right, so President moved up to a 65. Let's take a look at Roach real quick. And let's take a look at, I think Ship will probably do more of the recruiting. And let's do a request the game tick. So that moved him up to a 65. Let's take a look at Spawn. And we're going to do a recruit at home list. You know, as Cena said, I am the head coach, or Reeves is the head coach. Let's take a look at him. So Spawn moved up from a 62 to a 63. Let's move to, let's try to find least expected recruits. Unless we're looking at recruits that can win now. Because I think that's what DVT is looking for. Kind of like an offensive line. Or an offense, I mean, however you see it, but... Alright, so let's take a look at... Let's go after a 3-star. Let's look at... That's a 3-star, but I don't know, seeing as that his attendance at 59. If anything, I'm just probably stick in the like top 10, maybe top 20. So let's get off the scouting dealing with President. See, Charisma B, so let's use Gilbert. And so President is moved up to a 66. Let's give Gilbert the phone recruit. And he remained at a 65. Okay, Spong, let's take a look at him. He moved up to a 64. Let's also take a look at Gilbert. Sutton. So dealing with the game tape, let's give it to... Oh yeah, let's give it to Ship. And so he ranked up to 62. Sims. Dealing with Sims, let's take a look. Let's see, dealing with Gilbert. Let's try Gilbert. And yeah, I think that's Gilbert all the way. Hoskins. Let's see, so Sims is done for the week. Let's take a look at... Oh, is that 61? Okay, so let's also take a look at Khalid. Let's see, shot, defense. Are any attributes decent? Duh, Obi-Wan. Alright, so nothing yet for Khalid. Let's see. Rexon Tau. Oh, only one? Oh, okay. Nothing yet from Tau. Let's take a look at Anel Hansen. Let's see, so at least he moved up to a 60. Let's see, Martin Cole. $59, he is TJ Gold. Or Gold. Maybe Gauze, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there is a Gauze. I have no idea. Let's give it to Reeves as well. At least he moved up to a 60. Got a 3-star for Collis or Brutus. Or is it Ubrutus? Let's go with Ubrutus. Alright, so let's do Reeves again. Still at a 59. And yeah, hopefully until like middle of the season, we'll still get some recruits in for next year. Let's see. Jasper Aaron. So moved up. Or he remained the same at 59. Robin Gabber. So that's at a 59. Trevor Head. Yeah, and everything will probably remain stagnant for a minute. So we get into the 58. So we got Jeremy Edwards. Again, we offer 4 scholarships, probably to the top 4 people. If anything, let's take a look at the people who are at the bottom of the list. %9 for Victor Comfort. Oh, we could do that. We can add people to target list. All right, so because if we are going to do that, let's move. Let's take a look at president. So again, we're not ready to disqualify president just yet, but we might as well just add him to the target list. So him. See, we do need another point guard, give or take. If anything, we'll probably add Spong real quick. And then who else can we add? Oh, we might as well add him as well. Add Walsh to the target list. I wonder if this is unlimited or like these scholarships, there's only 4. Yeah, so that's what we do. We'll probably add the top 10 or 20. And then we'll probably head in and do a little bit of practice and do a little bit of remembering, especially dealing with shooting and passing and all that fun stuff. If anything, probably add all the 60s first. Because everybody else, he's a B plus. Who are you? Who are you? Corselli. Maybe just Corcel. Maybe the E is silent. I don't know. But let's add him. Oh, that's the list. Okay, so let's lose. Let's remove Co, and let's also remove I don't want to eliminate President just yet. Let's remove him from the list as well. And then let's add in Grady. So let's add in Grady. And let's also add in Corcel as well. How often do I stream college hoops, or how often do I stream every day? Speak, shout out to you, bro. All right. Let's head into, let's not do practice just yet. Let's do a little bit of development, dealing with bonus drills. So we have the dribble course, passing drill, free throw, short range, medium range, three-pointer, attack the basket, and post offense, post defense, grab rebound. Man, we had a lot of drills back then. We have a lot of drills right now. College hoops. I'm getting back into college hoops. Let's see, challenge shot, denied position. I kind of want to do a denied position just for the fact, because we do need to get so much better dealing with the center. So, let's see, we have Phillips at 68. Do we have another center? So we have Wolf at 81. And then we got Durovic at 71. And then Carney at 69. And then Wallace at 61. So we could probably beef up Wallace.
My head is spinning. It feels alright. My head is spinning.
Shit.
It could happen twice. You better check your past. Make sure you've been nice.
Oh, that's going to be copywritten. And I mean, no disrespect, the soundtrack is awesome, but oh, right in front of me. Damn. Oh yeah, I need to get so much better. I mean, starting off in negative is not a good start. But yeah, Speaks, I getting back into college hoops basketball. Seeing as said, I already did 7 seasons of Reapers football as well, winners of the Arizona Bowl, and getting ready for year number 8. Let's see, attack the basket, 3-pointer. Let's do medium range and let's use. Let's see, Simmons. But he has a power forward. Let's use maybe Brian. Small Society 83. Wolf at 81, but he is center. Maybe Gaines. It's medium a 73. Need a 94. Yeah, we're not going to use Cross White. Tris Scott's at a 84, so we're not going to use him. Cannon mid is an 82. That's a maybe. Clemens mid is at a 58. There is no way in hell. Again, he had power forward, so Phillips mid is at a 77. That's a maybe as well. But he's 6'9", so. See, Bates is at a 76. We might as well work with Bates, seeing as that he will probably be the future of Reapers basketball. See, that's dope. Never really got the chance to play college hoops or football when I was younger. Living vicariously through you, brother. Hey, I appreciate it, Speaks. Man, getting back to college basketball and dealing with what's going on with March Madness in a few weeks. Holy bruh. Time to be through everybody. Alright, so. And I mean, working on shots yet again, so. I mean, if I can get my timing right yet again. So it's more of a long. Yeah, I think I do need some more practice. There we go. Ah, come on now. Come on, get to the line. I mean, if the guy would have moved a little bit faster. Because, I mean, Bates was feeling it until the end. but I had to get so much better dealing with shooting and finding my shot as a whole. And I think that's probably everybody dealing with 2K basketball as a whole. All right, so let's do a little bit of practice. Oh boy. All right, so let's go with Summit. And again, just offense against defense. Again, trying to find people's shot. I mean, as we take a look at the different teams in the conference. North Dakota, South Dakota, Oakland, Oral Roberts. The guy sold you, bruh. Again, 125 at Plain Trade. So we headed to the practice options. Let's also change the camera view because I'm just not comfortable on a side angle instead of dealing with a regular camera dealing with 2K. That's just me. I mean, I know people love and admire that camera view, but I'm sorry, that's just not me. That's not it. That doesn't work for me, brother. All right, so change defense to... No, let's go up against the 2-3. All right, so broadcast. Yeah, the broadcast, I don't know. People love it. That's just not for me. I mean, unless I'm watching a basketball game. We could do drive. So drive, that's floor. Let's go. Let's see regular 2K. So 2K. Yeah, but 2K doesn't really work for me either. So maybe player lock. And go 5-5. But again, I'm only control just the point guard, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, having total control of all people, of all the players. So I don't know. Let's give player lock a try. Especially dealing with switching to... Maybe it's just settings dealing with... see, gameplay. Presentation. Yeah, of course, let's keep the cutscenes on. Rebound indicator. Let's see. 3-4. 3 throw help text. Say that 3 times fast. Shit. But man, just going back in time and replaying this as well as the other, I do need to get back to down the sideline and upload All Pro Football 2K8. let's work with. I think either floor or drive. I think those two would be the go-to. Yeah, hold up. Let me see if I can see ticker. Also need to work on sliders as well. And why is it on walk on? What the hell? There we go. And not already, so that it's a good start. Oh, I thought that was a steal. Oh, I should have took the shot. Oh, that works as well. Trescott should have got that rebound, but that's a steal already. So. And that's another steal. Okay, so can we stop? Can we actually run the play? Can I get inside? Oh, there we go. And denied already. Oh, that's a block. Another block. Yeah, gotta be quick to it. But yeah, just gotta get better with timing and practice. Oh, you couldn't get the rebound? What's wrong with you? Oh, that's block. Also, that's the other issue dealing with shooting with X or dealing with the right stick as a whole. Oh, that's out. That's out. Shit. Yeah, I think if anything, it's just pass a lot. Don't get caught up dealing with the pace. We'll get paid. Dealing with the plays per se, but okay, so let's take off. These throw routines. I do like drive though, so. Oh, good recovery. That's a block. Or a foul. Either way. The other thing is changing from if we're in a player locker room. I guess it's more dealing with in game and especially switching on defense. So, I mean, that's not a problem. Can you shoot? Thank you. Oh, he got it. Yeah, if anything, I'll just probably stick with Cross White and... Well, I mean, I'm known for good defense, so... I think Phillips got it. I mean, also especially going after LSU. So. But yeah, man, just stick with the short and mid-range jump shots, and we should be good. So. All right, so looking at the different sides, so 4-5, especially from the 3-point line. Mid-range is 5, and inside that's 5 as well. So dealing with there we go. Alright, so Cannon. That's 3 from the 3-point shot. Again, 4-5 depending on the spot. Dealing with the mid-range, and then inside 4-5 as well. And that's out of bounds. All right, so Clemens is more... Oh yeah, he's dead center inside the paint, so that's not a problem. All right, so Phillips is, again, more inside. Yeah, he's more inside, dealing with inside the paint. So if anything, if you want to go more mid-range, that would be... That would be more Truscott's way. If anything, Phillips and... Cannon can be more mid-range or interior, but yeah, I think dealing with 3 points, it will be just Cross White and Truscott on the outside. All right, let's head out of here. We will play LSU. We will probably do a weekly wrap-up as well. And again, going back to the 360 days, good stuff. So again, the Reaper's Legacy, and then dealing with a test as well. Just in case. Just in case. So... I also want to make sure if settings are the... No, they're good. Pass icon is on. Big man-to-man is on, so... That's not a problem. Alright. do this. There's no way that's the other way. I was about to say, why are you shooting from mid-range? But okay. Don't tell me that it froze. All right, we'll be right back. apologies for the technical difficulties. We are back going up against LSU in our season opener. We'll see if we can defeat LSU, or will it be more the same? Shout out to all the rest of the original ones. Shout out to Tony Speaks. Much love and appreciation to all the original ones as we get into Reapers basketball.
It up. And it's still knotted up 0. The break is on. Easy knock. And he'll have a chance for the three-point play.
Terrific work to absorb the contact, hang in the air, and hit the shot. Pretty, Vern.
Backs on the free throw for the three-point play. Bryant inbounds the ball. About 4.5 minutes left in the half. Goes up. Corralled by Mason. Takes it in. Hits the soft reverse layup. He's got 2. Truscott dumps it off. Catches it on the elbow. Crosswhite passes it to the wing. Nice touch on that last 3 by Truscott.
I used the whole shot clock when you only need a few seconds, right?
Spong for 3. Clemens snatches the rebound.
That was a much quicker shot than they might have liked, but it was a pretty open look, so it's tough to fault him.
Feeds it to the wing. Behind the arc. It was nailed by Cannon. They're ahead 9-2. Bryant inbounds the ball. About 3.5 minutes left in the half. Deng takes it up. Phillips pulls it in. Crosswhite dishes it to the right wing. Cannon catches it far side. Truscott dumps it off. Clemens dumps it down low. Can't get the jumper to fall. But they're still up by 7. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Tracy Wolfson, for an update. What do you have for us, Tracy?
Guys, earlier today I caught up with the head coach. He told me if there is one area where I want my players to excel tonight, it's rebounding. He said they know what a tremendous rebounding team they're up against, but they're prepared to make the extra effort to win the battle on the boards. Vern?
Thank you, Tracy. Clemens hands it off. Cannon. Truscott gets it outside. Clemens catches it outright. They're going to have to hurry. From the free throw line. Didn't fall by Crosswhite. They still have a 7-point lead. Bryant bounces it to the high post. Spong takes it up, gets the finger roll to fall. They're now down by 5.
They've got their defense, and it's minute.
Crosswhite. Truscott has it, top of the key. Crosswhite gets it right side. Cannon beats it far side. Puts it up. The D affected that shot. No good by Truscott. But they're still out in front by 5. To the paint. Mason from the paint with the inside leaner. Clemens inbounds the ball. Cannon. Phillips has it on the free throw line. Feeds, high post. Unloads. The 3 was drained by Crosswhite. And they're now up by 6. 36 seconds left in the first half.
The LSU coach might have decided to switch things up a little bit. He's going to take time to make sure everybody's clear on the game plan.
Well, let's get back to the action. Both teams are making a few lineup changes. Snyder inbounds the ball. John. Picked off. The D was really waiting for him there.
That's how you do it. Keep the heat on. Wait for the misstep and then capitalize.
That last basket was buried by Wolf. First half comes to an end with the score 14-6. How about the happenings in the first half, Bill?
If we don't see some improvement soon, this could be even further out of reach. They need to make some adjustments.
Let's see who we have as our
minutes.
player of the half, Bill.
Crosswhite has been lights out from the floor, Vern. It must feel like he's thrown the ball in the ocean. Every shot he takes goes through, and he looks absolutely unstoppable.
Solid performance from our player of the half.
All right, so we will keep everything the way it is. Bench at 12. Man-to-man, 2-3, 2-1-2. But yeah, I think we do need to up the minutes to at least 7. Might as well seem that we are in year 3. anything, forgot all about the halftime adjustments.
We're all set to begin the second half, so let's get back into it.
The LSU coach made some changes that could affect their chemistry a little bit. I don't think these guys have played together very often.
Bryant inbounds it to start the second half. Spong lets it go. Misses the long one.
Bryant went after that rebound hard. Great work.
Tracy Wolfson has some extra info for us.
Thanks, Vern. During halftime, I spoke with the head coach. He told me that he thinks it is going to take a different approach this half for them to hold on to this lead. Coach went on to say that he is going to break all the conventional wisdom and blaze his own path this game. We can expect to see some strange practices coming up. Guys?
Okay, Tracy. We'll see if he got the message across. Gets it, left wing. Cannon misses the three-pointer. Still a 6-point lead. Goes up. Let's take a look at the State Farm drive of the game.
He gets the job done almost every time, Vern. We're talking about a fellow with onions.
The away team takes its first time out of the game. Getting set to inbound the ball. The visitors will get a few of their starters back in the game. Bryant inbounds the ball. Just over 4 minutes left in the second half. Dishes it to the high post. Hands it off. Phillips. Dicey pass. Stolen away.
Wonderful job of denying the basketball that time. Great pick.
Passing. High post. Dane. Uses the crossover. He was hacked and will go to the line for a couple. Dane goes up, knocks down the first one. Takes it up, and he'll come away 1 of 2. The visitors still hold a narrow lead.
It doesn't matter how far you've got to go to get them, Vern. Every rebound is essential.
Catches it, top of the key. Crosswhite takes a 3. Connects. And they're out in front by 6. Bryant inbounds the ball. The Tigers turn this one over out of bounds.
These guys are having trouble with fundamental team play, Vern. As that turnover shows you, they don't have much in the way of chemistry at the moment.
Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound the ball. Passes to the wing. It's stolen by John.
I'd love to see that. He was lurking around, then pounced. Such a thief, Vern.
Last shot laid in by Bryant.
What a look. How sweet that was.
The away team has had serious problems with their interior defense. And Tracy has a report from their bench.
The head coach is definitely aware of that problem. He told his assistants that they have to bring more defenders into the paint, even if it means leaving the perimeter open. Desperate measures here, Vern.
Thanks, Tracy. Truscott dumps it off. Phillips. Truscott gets it left side.
What an offensive rebound. He's doing work on the glass at both ends.
Last shot laid in by Bryant.
Good choice to deliver the bounce pass. Pinpoint.
Bryant inbounds the ball.
The LSU coach saw something out there he didn't like, and he called for a timeout. He wants to make sure that everyone is working together out there.
Well, it looks like they're getting set to inbound the ball. Bryant hands it off. Skip pass, right wing. Deng has it out left. Shoots. Grabbed inside by Deng. Flip up and in on that last layup.
That's exactly why you don't quit working once the shot goes up. You keep fighting for those offensive boards to help your team out.
Crosswhite bounces it to the wing. High post. Passes it to the top of the key. Clemens hooked away. Passes it back to the high post. Crosswhite has it on the inside. Bounce pass. Baseline. The baseline J is missed by Phillips. But they're still up by 4. Bryant. Catches it on the free throw line. Mason with plenty of space. Swish! But they still trail by 2. Crosswhite swings it to the left wing. Smalls. Spawn corrals the long rebound.
Look at this little guy getting it done down low. You love to see him in there.
The visitors call time. The score tied at 19. 1:07 left in the game. Smalls will head to the bench. Bryant inbounds the ball. 1:05 left in the game. Dishes it to the wing. Bryant gets it to go.
Why use the whole shot clock when you only need a few seconds, right?
Spong way up court. The Tigers were the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over.
I'm not sure who that was going to, Vern. It seems he hit the panic button and sent the ball sailing.
A critical possession here. Pass outright. Takes it up. Rips it down with one hand.
Taking it strong to the tin. Sent it in. Every possession is critical now, Vern. They can't afford to come away empty.
Well, let's get back to the action. Smalls will leave the floor. Deng inbounds the ball. Off the inbound pass.
Definitely a block. Just got a little too physical, trying to draw the charge.
Off target on the first. Smalls will check into the game.
That gets it down to a one-possession game. But I'm sure he wishes he could have had that miss back.
The visitors can put this game out of reach with a bucket here. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Crosswhite. Truscott takes the shot. On target from 16 feet. Now's the time typically when the coach empties his bench.
Well, it's no time to wear your starters out at this point or risk injury.
They're getting set to inbound the ball. Smalls is checking into the game. Deng inbounds the ball. Spong skips it to the left wing. That last three-pointer was missed by John. The last layup was dropped in by Mason. He is so smooth taking it in.
When a guy goes that hard to the hole, somebody's got to step in and stop him.
Mason has picked up his first foul of the game. The foul stops the clock, which is just what the doctor ordered.
And that's why they did it. Time is not on their side. Very smart play.
John has picked up his first foul of the game.
Good foul there. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Smalls comes in off the bench. Spong has picked up his first foul of the game. Smalls will leave the floor. John has picked up his second foul. Smalls is coming onto the floor. Smalls inbounds the ball. John just picked up his third foul of the game. Smalls will head to the bench. John now has 4 fouls. Smalls is checking into the game.
Substitution on the court.
And it's all over. The away team edges out the Tigers 25-22. And now it's time to show you our player of the game.
Winston win. I do think the minutes need to be a little bit
Now
longer.
let's go back to Greg Gumbel with today's version of the Pontiac game-changing performance.
Thanks, Vern. Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with today's version of the Pontiac game-changing performance. In a pressure-filled game like this one, it all comes down to who can hit the big shots. Dug down deep to deliver this amazing shot late in the game. This shot broke the backs of the opponent and put the game away. A tremendous effort from the young man.
Thank you, Greg. This is Vern Lundquist for Tracy Wolfson and Bill Raftery. We hope you enjoyed this presentation of college hoops on 2K Sports.
All right, so outside of minutes, give or take, so dealing with LSU, Palm with 5, John with 2, Bryant with 4, Dane with 5, and Mason with 6. Over on the Death Valley Tech side, so Cross White with 9, Truscott with 5, Cannon with 3, Clemens with 0, but 3 rebounds, so that's pretty good, and 2 assists. And again, Phillips with 2 points, also Brian with 4 points, and Wolf with 2 points. So yeah, we do need to get more minutes, probably up to, we might as well change it to 7. Seeing as that dealing with Death Valley Tech's football, we bump it up to 5 minutes in year 5. So hopefully by year 5, we will be in 10-minute games as well, or 10-minute halves. But wins and win. Barely. And we are undefeated for the first time in franchise history. Let's get through the week, and we could probably end on a good note, heading up against Louisiana Tech and Tulane as well. So
Hi, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel at the anchor desk with my partner, Clark Kellogg. Coming up on College Hoops Tonight, we'll recap the biggest games of the week, as well as preview some of the big-time matchups that we'll be seeing across the land in the next week of college hoops. But we begin with a special player who was an easy choice as our player of the week in college basketball.
Gates set the bar pretty high for what kind of performance it's going to take to win the Player of the Week award. He started the season with a bang.
No argument here. He was red hot with a total of 66 points. What a magnificent week he had on the offensive end of the court. There are a lot of terrific scorers in college hoops today, and he showed us this week he belongs right there with all of them. His ability to find the holes in the defense is unparalleled. There was no shortage of excitement on the court in the past few days, so let's take a look at our games of the week. Let's get started with what turned into an absolutely terrific matchup. Arizona was victorious over Georgia Tech.
Well, Greg, this game wasn't decided until that final buzzer sounded. A couple of different bounces one way or the other, and this could have been a totally different outcome. McKnight had the hot hand on the winning side. His 14 points led the team. Watching him basically put his teammates on his back and single-handedly carry them to the victory in a big game situation like this was stupendous.
And two teams, each enjoying a spot in the top 25, got together. Georgetown got the better of Kansas.
Both of these teams played at a high level and put on quite a show. It was back and forth from start to finish and made for an exciting game. It makes you wish every game was between top 25 teams.
Georgetown really muscled up down low and was able to convert a lot of easy chances close to the basket. Whether it was the big men or the guards, they made the most of their opportunities. They established their inside presence from the start and were able to rely on getting their points down low throughout the game.
Now let's take a look ahead to the games that get top billing on the schedule in the days to come. This should be a terrific matchup. Both these teams are fighting to improve their position among the nation's elite teams, and they're going to have to go through each other to do it. And we have another upcoming contest that promises to be a classic. This will be a fantastic battle. This is shaping up to be a prototypical style versus style matchup. Great scorers on one side of the court, great defenders on the other. This is going to be a real showdown. That'll do it for us here in the studio. For my partner, Clark Kellogg, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for watching College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy the exciting week of college hoops action to come.
Original ones, have a good evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Not sure if we're going to do Red Dead Daily or State of Decay, or if we are going to continue with college hoops, but we will continue with more, dealing with year 3 of Rebirth basketball. Enjoy your evening, and as always, stay original.